What happened to Irving? Well, he can't have gone too far.
Josh.
Thanks.
Josh Stone is one of Chris and Sheva's main allies throughout the events of the game Resident Evil 5, as well as being a playable character in the DLC Desperate Escape. Josh is an interesting character because while we don't know much about him or his backstory, he seems to have pretty deep ties to the BSAA, as well as one of our main characters, Sheva Alomar.
Where are you, Josh?
From what little we know of Josh Stone, he is a predominant member of the BSAA West African Division, captain of the Delta Team. Beyond that, we know that he and Sheva share a strong bond, the bond being the result of Sheva's involvement with the BSAA, specifically her training. When Sheva was first starting out in the organization, she was assigned to a unit for in-the-field training. That unit was led by none other than Josh Stone. For the next 8 months that she spent in this unit, she and Josh became quite close, with Josh even explaining their relationship as Sheva being the little sister of the team.
Sheva?
Thanks, Josh. I owe you one.
You guys know each other.
I trained under Josh. He taught me everything I know.
Sheva became little sister of the team. Now, Sheva, you must continue.
However, beyond these small details, we don't know much about Josh before the events of the African outbreak. We can speculate that he's been with the BSAA for many years, earning himself a prominent role in the organization, but beyond that, we know very little. The first run-in that Chris and Sheva have with Josh comes at the perfect time, with the duo getting attacked by a gang of motorcycle-riding Majini at a crash site of a helicopter flown by Kirk Matheson. After the duo are rescued and introductions completed, Josh gives the pair a card containing information relating to their mission, before leaving to take care of the Majini in the area. Unfortunately, after leaving the duo, things don't go so well for the Delta Team leader, as a BOW released in the area wreaks havoc on the members of his squad. With Delta Team attempting to hold a small port town, the BOW decimates the forces, with Josh being the sole survivor, presumably escaping via boat. However, there are some questions around the incident with Josh, knowing of the attack on his forces, but leaving before their ultimate destruction.
Josh,
Sheva?
you're alive. Are you okay? What? How did you get here?
We were at the port when we were attacked. And then, well, I ended up here. Where's the rest of the team? Shit!
It's just the three of us now.
Why did you not retreat? I mean, we are no match for them.
After meeting back up with Chris and Sheva at the oil field, Josh helps the duo once more, finding a speedboat to escape the facility and chase after Ricardo Irving as he blows the building sky high. And after a bit of trouble, the trio managed to catch back up to the arms dealer, with Chris and Sheva taking him out for good. Stone picks up the pair once more before dropping them off to further search for Chris's partner, Jill. This is essentially the last that we see of Josh, as he leaves to call headquarters for backup for the pair's treacherous journey.
So, you two are really going to go through with this?
Yes.
This is not just about Jill, but the Ouroboros project as well.
I guess there's nothing I can do to stop you. I will call the HQ and try to get the withdrawal order rescinded. I will also try to get you back up. Try not to get yourselves killed.
However, thanks to the DLC Desperate Escape, we learn a bit more about what Josh was up to while Chris and Sheva were dealing with Wesker. After the pair's first run-in with the sunglasses-wearing baddie, they find out that a brainwashed Jill has been working with Wesker before managing to save her. The now clear-headed Jill tells the pair to chase after Wesker before losing consciousness just after they leave. This is where Josh comes in. Having tried to catch back up with Chris and Sheva in order to help them further, he meets the unconscious Jill Valentine, waking her up and asking if she's alright.
Hey, can you hear me? Are you alright? Are you alright?
Chris?
Good. You are awake. Wait a minute. You are Jill Valentine.
How? Who are you?
Captain Josh Stone, BSAA West Africa branch. I've got to say, I never thought that I would get the chance to meet you.
Thanks.
After a short conversation, the two decide to pair up in order to help their mutual comrades, making their way to a helicopter that Josh has presumably called in as the backup that he'd promised to Sheva and Chris. While Jill remembers a bit of information that could be helpful to Chris and decides to make a slight detour before the pair get to the helicopter. And it's here that we see the communication that Chris receives after his fight with Excella.
I set it to broadcast on the same frequency as Chris's PDA.
Please be there, Chris.
Jill, are you alright?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Just listen carefully. There's something I need to tell you. Wesker's...
With this information now relayed, Josh and Jill make their way to meet up with a helicopter pilot on top of a roof. And after a long, grueling fight with the overwhelming forces of the Magini, the helicopter arrives, and as the pilot helps the pair board the craft, he pays the ultimate price.
Come on! We are clear!
You don't have to tell me twice.
Shit! I will fly! Cover!
On it!
This loss hits Josh hard, and it's this moment which is perhaps his most important character point in the entire game. Having lost almost everyone in his troop, from the soldiers at the port town to the men running support, Josh has to come to grips with these realities. And even though the pain of losing his friends is weighing on him, he pushes forward to help those in need while paying respect to those that he had to leave behind.
Nice flying.
Doug, you would have done better.
I'm sorry, Josh. He was a brave soldier.
He was my friend. And if we don't help Sheva and Chris, he will have died for nothing.
You're right. Let's go see if we can help them.